Hey, I'm Meredith, and I want to talk to you today about depersonalization and derealization disorder. This is something I struggled with for about 2 to 3 years, and it is bonkers, guys. Um, if you're like me, I remember exactly when I found out that this disorder was actually a thing. Um, for a long time, I felt kind of like I was going crazy, and that's never really a good feeling to have. But I can remember as soon as my doctor kind of told me that this is what was going on, I immediately went to the internet to investigate. I went to YouTube like most of you have. If you're seeing this, you're obviously on YouTube now. And I just looked for answers. I wanted to see what other people were going through, if it was similar to my story. And I really left there feeling, validated. And I think when you're dealing with mental health issues, that's one of the best gifts you can ask for. It's just to feel like you're not alone. You're not the only one that's going through this. Yes, this is a real thing. No, you're not going crazy. And there are ways that you can cope and recover from it. So, like I said, about 2 to 3 years, I suffered with really bad depersonalization disorder. And what does that mean? Well, let me tell you. That means I pretty much felt nothing ever about anything. There was no more getting excited about something. There was not any excitement or joy in my life. It was just kind of like I was floating. I woke up to go to bed, to wake up to go to bed, and I was completely detached. And I had this great big world, this huge world of friends and family and ambition and potential, and slowly but surely it became this big. And that's kind of what depersonalization does. You spend so much time in your own mind trying to make sure that you're present, that you're focused, that you're making sense, that what you're saying is connecting to the person you're listening to. And it's really just so exhausting for your brain. I know for me, being around people just got to be almost like a job, and it was hard work. And it made my anxiety and my depression definitely increase a ton. It made being a person just really difficult. I definitely lost myself. I lost who I was. And the problem was, I wanted to get better for a long time, but that first little want to never really connected. And it stunk. But again, if you're watching this, it's probably because you've just discovered, or you're in the thick of being, having to deal with this depersonalization. Maybe you know someone, and I know for a long time for me, I just felt it was so impossible to explain, because it does sound so strange if you've never experienced it, that videos like this really helped me when I was trying to talk to my parents, to say, look, this is something that I'm going through, but this is also something other people are going through. And luckily for me, we kind of determined what the cause of my depersonalization. Definitely PTSD related. I've watched a lot of great videos where it says your brain wants to protect itself, and really after you've suffered significant traumas, it just detaches, and you sometimes feel like you're watching your life go by in a movie. The whole time perception of things really, still to this day, throws me off. But luckily for me, like I was saying, my depersonalization was heavily exacerbated by being really over medicated on stimulants. I was taking 120 milligrams of a stimulant every day. I'm taking 20 milligrams now. But I got to the point where I actually had to go to the mental health unit at my hospital. And I stayed for a week. And the only goal that I had the prior 2 to 3 years, to be honest with you, was not to end up there. Because again, with depersonalization, you're like so hyper-focused on yourself, and you want to make sure you're not coming across as crazy, or you want to make sure that what you're saying is the right thing. The way you're reacting to someone is the correct way, because you're kind of just emotionless and blank. But like I said, I went to the hospital. I've been out a few weeks now, gotten a new doctor. I realized that that wasn't a death sentence for me. It really helped me to invite my family and friends into what was going on in my life. And I don't know, it's difficult though. I know that for sure. And I would really, really encourage you, and I mean, this is so the pot calling the kettle black if you talked to me like 2 months ago. Um, I really encourage you to try to talk to your friends and family about this situation. Um, what I have learned more so than anything else is that your friends, your family in particular, they want to be part of the solution. They don't want to be the problem. And that's what I was making them doing. Things were so difficult for me that I didn't really want people to see me like I was acting. I didn't recognize myself. I didn't feel like it was the best version of me. And so I just retreated. I isolated. And I went from having a ton of friends to none. And I went from having confidence and being someone that was enjoyable to be around to just a completely different person. So I hope this helps. I make a lot of different mental health videos on my channel. I've got a whole slew of things going on, but slowly but surely I feel like I'm getting better. And I'd encourage you to film yourself. You don't have to share it. You can keep it alone, but by talking out what you're going through, even if it's just to yourself, you'll learn a ton, and it kind of helps to clear up the thoughts in your head, because depersonalization does that to you. It feels your thoughts just are all over the place sometimes, and I hope you enjoy this. If this helps you, maybe show it to a mom or a dad, friend, and say, this is what's going on with me, and maybe you guys can, have an open dialogue from there. So thanks so much.